Hi everybody, thanks for joining us here today at Pre to Pre. My name is Cynthia, and today we're going to be reviewing Perricone MD's Essential Fx Acyl-Glutathione skincare line. So they sent this product over to me and wanted to do a review, and I just wanted to cover a little bit of who it's for. So this is actually made for men and women to use, which is a great thing. I'm actually going to have my husband here later who's going to talk about his experience as well with these products. And these products have two main ingredients that addresses things for smile lines or marionette lines around the lips, creases, fine lines, wrinkles around the eyes, the forehead. And the first ingredient that takes care of those issues would be the acyl-glutathione. It's the body's main antioxidant that addresses those issues. The other one is vitamin F, or also known as essential fatty acids. So those are things that you would find in macadamia, chia, and flaxseed oils. And while those are not found inside the body, obviously, these are things that have been added to the ingredients to help with glowing skin and restoring suppleness onto the skin. So these are the topical things that will help the skin look young again, or younger. They've got two serums, one for the eyes and also one for the face that you can also rub into your neck. It doesn't come with a cleanser, so after you cleanse your skin, you're going to apply the serums. So one around the eyes, you just kind of pat it around. The texture of the serums are very silky, so it's very, very light, and a little bit just goes a long way. So I'm going to also provide you with an up-close look of these items later today. So it's lightweight, it's very silky, and it seeps into the skin rather quickly. For the moisturizers, there are two. So there's a rejuvenating moisturizer, and then there's the overnight moisturizer. The rejuvenating moisturizer is something that you can use both day and night. But if you wanted extra moisture, you can also use the rejuvenating in the morning, and you can also use the overnight moisturizer at night. The texture for these are actually thick. So I was a little bit concerned because I have combination skin, so oily on the T-zone, and then oily on the T-zone, dry on the cheek area. But I was a little bit concerned because usually when I use something thick, my skin by the end of the day turns out like really greasy. But the nice thing with these is it actually just seeps also into the skin immediately. So it's really nice that it has a product line that does that. It doesn't give you a sticky residue, which I really liked. My husband is actually here, and he's going to be our guest today, and he's going to talk about his own experience with these products.
Hi everybody. Before we start, let me say a couple things about myself. First of all, I've never really used these type of products in the past. I'm probably that typical male that just deals with the effects of aging and not sure how well these things really work. But also I have sensitive eyes, and they really don't respond well to fragrances of any type. So lotions, creams, those types of things I've avoided quite a bit just to make sure I didn't irritate my eyes. But when Cynthia told me about this opportunity to review this product, I thought, well, why not give it a shot? What's the harm? And so we gave it a shot and see how it works.
Yes, so why don't you tell us what your concerns were going into this to want to try it, and then also what you found to be effective about the products.
Well, you know, your skin type and mine are quite a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my skin's very fair. It definitely tends to show wrinkles, discoloration, and it's pretty dry skin, and so as a result, I wasn't sure how this product could address those things. But what I noticed early on when using the product is a few things. First of all, the fragrance that I was a little concerned about was actually quite pleasant. It's a very light citrus smell to it, and I had no kind of adverse reaction to it, which was really encouraging.
Kind of like a grapefruit smell,
yeah,
right? But
very, very light. So
yeah, it's light, and it doesn't linger. It like eventually goes away.
Like very clean smell to it.
Right.
Second of all, the moisturizer itself, much better than any lotion I've used in the past. I could feel it right away. It absorbs into the skin. Kind of very clean, no residue feel on it afterwards. And in these drier winter months, you know, could feel a big difference in how that worked. And lastly, when I first started using it, I could feel almost a tightening of my skin, which I didn't expect that kind of reaction. And just something with the products as they had worked on the surface, I could feel it almost get a little bit tighter as it went. And now that it's been a month since we used the product, I think my kind of key takeaways are kind of a few things. One, as I said, moisturizer, definitely a plus. Really made a difference in terms of my face, my complexion. I think the skin looks a little bit healthier, is how I describe it. You said a glow to it or something, but it just feels a little bit healthier, looks a little bit better than perhaps it did before we used the product. And then lastly, my eyes themselves feel like they got a little lift to them, not quite as droopy as happens with age, which again, something I didn't fully expect. But when it comes to the deeper lines and wrinkles, I really haven't noticed much of a difference there. Only used it for a month. We're going to continue to use the product and see how it goes from there. But clearly not making the progress there that I thought it might. So as I look at it, honey, I'd say probably better than I expected, but not quite as good as advertised yet.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I feel like my skin is moisturized and there's a glow to it. The skin is a little bit tighter, but as far as like the smile lines and the lifting of my hooded eyes, I didn't feel much of a difference there. And like you mentioned, Dan, it's probably just because we haven't been using it as long, but that would be our only cons to the product, but everything else is good. The moisturizing and the healthy skin glow.
Yeah. And we'll continue to use it and monitor the progress.
Absolutely. So these products you're going to find on Perricone's website, on Ulta or Sephora, and these products run about 98 to 179, and it depends on the product too that you're using. The longevity for these products in these little containers would probably about 4 to 6 months, closer to 6 months probably, because a little goes a long way. These are really thick, like I mentioned, and then the silky texture for the serums. So I think that's about the longevity of how much you're going to use them.
I think that's right.
Yep. And so I've also provided a blog post on this. So go to my website, predupree.com. I'll also link that at the bottom so you can find all that information there. And thanks again for joining us.
Check it out.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.